In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a pig water using a pig nipple. I got this on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description so you can kind of see where to get this at. And all you gotta do is drill a hole in this and then pretty much done. Now we're gonna cut the lid off so it's easy to fill. And then also you need to be able to get to the inside so you can screw this on nice and tight so it doesn't leak. Alternatively, you can use one of these. These are a 1/2 inch NTP, and what they're meant for is like a hose or a pipe or something like that. But I have seen people, what they'll do is they'll heat this up. They'll drill a hole smaller. They'll heat this up and then they'll kind of work it in there to make some threads. Now the problem with that is I've tried that before, and pigs, they like to bite down on this thing, and over time it leaks. So, or they'll just rip this thing out. These are much cheaper than those, but it's you know, you get what you pay for. Now these are perfect for like a pipe, like a metal pipe that's bolted onto a wall and upside down like this, so they can kind of just drink into it. But just wanted to give you guys an alternative. Now you do need some kind of bucket. I recommend these 55-gallon drums. Now I got these from a guy who gets them from company he works for. They're all food grade, and I got these for $12 each. Now I have a ton of them, and right now they're just all in here because I don't have a place to store them, and I'm kind of working with a bunch of projects with them. But this stuff had what is this, methyl salicylate or whatever. Now I looked it up. It is food grade. It's what they use to put in mint candies. So all these barrels smell like mint. So when I walk into my shop, it smells wonderful. I enjoy mint, so it's pretty nice. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna cut this top off, and I'll show you guys how to do that pretty easily. You can use a number of different devices: a jigsaw, a circular saw, a sawzall. I like using a circular saw. It makes a better cut and it's easier. So let's go ahead and kind of get started. I'm going to use this line right here as my guide to try to cut the straightest line possible. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, obviously you want it as best as you can get it. So you know, you're going to want to clean all this stuff off. You don't want this in your water, and just kind of hose it off. Now I cut this inside so I can easily get rid of all this plastic. I don't want this. I got chickens. I don't want this stuff. The chickens will eat this kind of things. The cool thing about these is that once you cut it like this, it fits on there perfectly upside down. So you don't have to like worry about trying to like line it up perfect every time. You just upside down, just like that. It's actually a really nice fit. Okay, so what I like to do is get a bucket, test bucket is what I call it. You see how this one has a bunch of holes in it already? It's because I use this for this exact purpose. Before I drill a hole in my, you know, my 55-gallon drum, I definitely don't want to drill the wrong size hole. So what I do is find a drill bit. Now it says 7/8, but I don't have a 7/8 inch drill bit. I have a 3/4 inch. So we're going to try to just drill a hole right here. So this is going to go in very easily, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to drill it out. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of work it in there. Now, it's not recommended. It's best to have the right size drill bit. I don't have that right size drill bit, so I'm just going to use this. Better to go smaller than bigger anyways. Okay, so we want our hole to be towards the bottom, but not too far down because then it'll collect sediment and whatnot. You don't want it this high up, even though your pigs are going to be drinking it from a higher elevation because they're bigger. But the higher up you have it, then all the water down here doesn't get used, and you have to just keep it that full, which causes, you know, a lot of bucketing. If you don't have a hose out there, you have a lot of buckets going. So we're going to keep ours right down here, and I'm going to set this on cinder blocks whenever I install it. So just kind of go slow. You don't want to mess this up at all. Right about there seems fine, and just kind of keep your speed on 1 versus 2. You don't want to tear this out at all. A spade bit would work perfect for this too, and I have some. I just forgot about them, so I'm gonna just bore this hole out a little bit bigger than it should be, and then so now I'm just gonna screw this in here. Well, sorry about that. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna screw this on here. This is how you use these. You're gonna want to get some, make this real tight. So get a pair of wrenches or something and put these on like that. And then you take this end and you screw this end in, or you just, if you have the right hole size, you just kind of set it in there. Like I said, if you make the hole size close enough, you can just screw it and it'll create threads, which, you know, the threads aren't necessary, but getting it into the hole is. So I did this with a 3/4 inch drill bit. 7/8 is the way to go. When you set this in here, you want this bottom piece facing down. And all you have to do to finish this off is take this interior piece and put it on there. You can kind of see it poking through. And this is just going to tighten up, and there's a bushing on the other side, so it's not going to leak. So just reach in here. And tighten it up. Get a pair of pliers if you got them. And you can kind of tighten it up. Alright, so we'll fill this up with water and I'll show you guys what it looks like and how it works. Alright, so just pig comes up here, bites down on this, water comes out. It's that easy. I'll show you guys a little close up. So the more water you have in here, the higher pressure this is going to be. So you see there's no leaks around here, and the pig bites down on this, and they learn pretty fast if you don't know how to do it. All my pigs already know how to do this. The farm I get them from, they have these on metal pipes. So you see how it's working? Water comes out, they just sit here and suck on it. And what I'll do is I'll put this out there with my pigs, and I'll show you how it's done here in a minute. Okay, so I put a couple cinder blocks underneath this just to kind of raise it up so the water's, you know, they don't have to bend over too far. Normally I put a pallet underneath this as well, because what'll happen is over time they'll learn that water comes out of there, and they'll just sit there and hold it down and create a hole right underneath it. So putting a pallet under there usually a little bit helpful. These guys are going to be here for more than another day, so this is kind of looks like a temporary setup for when I lock them in this pen for a day. Now you can put a T-post around this or strap it. There's already 2 T-posts there, so putting a strap around this would probably be the best thing to do, just to kind of wrap around there so that the pigs can't knock it over. I've seen some people, a lot of people strap them, but you can put like 3 T-posts in here and then they can't get it out. Now my pigs have had this kind of water their entire life, or since they've been on my farm, so we haven't had any issues with them knocking it over unless it gets really empty. So it's only happened like once or twice, and they didn't, you know, it hit the fence and they didn't do anything, so not too concerned with it. I didn't put that much water in here because they're only gonna be here for a day, and they got water back there as well in the woods, and this is plenty of water for just a day or so. And then once they're out of here, I'll probably move some females up here. So I just want to let you guys know how to make this pig water. It's relatively cheap. I got the bucket for 12 bucks. I got the water nipple for 25-ish. Talking about, I don't know, maybe 40 bucks into the whole thing. And this thing will hold 55 gallons of water. We had 4 pigs on it, and we had to fill it up once a week. All right, thanks for watching.